The history of the United States is a tapestry woven with both progress and struggle. For generations, the fight for civil rights has shaped American society, challenging deep-rooted injustices and inspiring hope for a more just future. Landmark milestones in civil rights have not only transformed laws, but have also redefined the nation's culture and core values. Each victory, hard-won through activism and resilience, marks a turning point on the journey toward equality. These milestones remind us that the pursuit of justice is ongoing, and their impact continues to shape modern America. In the midst of the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring freedom for enslaved people in Confederate states. This historic executive order did not immediately end slavery everywhere, but it redefined the war's purpose and set a powerful precedent for future civil rights efforts. The proclamation paved the way for the 13th Amendment, which would permanently abolish slavery in the United States. Its legacy endures as a bold step toward justice and equality. The Supreme Court's landmark decision in Brown v. Board of Education forever changed the American educational system by declaring that separate educational facilities are inherently unequal. The court overturned decades of legalized segregation in public schools. This ruling dismantled the separate but equal doctrine, signaling a turning point in the fight against institutionalized racism. The decision not only opened the doors for integrated classrooms, but also energized the broader civil rights movement, inspiring activists nationwide. The passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 marked a watershed moment in American history. This comprehensive legislation prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin in employment, schools, and public accommodations. Its sweeping reforms transformed workplaces and public spaces, breaking down long-standing barriers to equality and opportunity for millions. The act also established the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, to help enforce its provisions. By setting a clear legal standard for fairness, the Civil Rights Act reshaped American society and became a foundation for future anti-discrimination laws. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 stands as one of the most significant achievements of the civil rights era. By outlawing discriminatory practices like literacy tests and poll taxes, the act dismantled barriers that had prevented millions of African Americans, especially in the South, from voting. This legislation empowered new voices in American politics and paved the way for greater representation and participation. The enforcement provisions gave the federal government authority to oversee elections in areas with a history of discrimination, ensuring that every citizen's right to vote would be protected. The Fair Housing Act of 1968 was a pivotal step toward addressing systemic inequality in America's communities. By outlawing discrimination in housing based on race, color, religion, or national origin, the act opened the doors for greater diversity in neighborhoods across the country. This legislation challenged deeply rooted practices of segregation and promoted equal access to housing opportunities for all Americans. Its impact continues to shape the makeup of cities and towns, fostering more inclusive communities and protecting the rights of renters and homebuyers. The Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, marked a transformative moment for disability rights in the United States. This landmark law mandated equal access to public accommodations, employment, and transportation, fundamentally reshaping both physical spaces and societal attitudes. The ADA ensured that people with disabilities could participate fully in all areas of public life, breaking down barriers and fostering greater independence. Its influence extends from curb cuts and accessible transit to workplace accommodations, promoting dignity and inclusion for millions of Americans. The Stonewall Riots erupted at a New York City bar in 1969, marking a turning point for LGBTQ+ rights in America. This spontaneous uprising against police harassment galvanized a new wave of activism, leading to annual pride marches and the creation of advocacy organizations. Stonewall's legacy is the increased visibility and pursuit of legal protections that continue to define the LGBTQ+ rights movement. The impact of these nights still resonates in the ongoing struggle for equality. The Supreme Court's decision in Loving v. Virginia was a profound affirmation of basic human rights. By striking down laws that banned interracial marriage, the court ruled that marriage is a fundamental right that cannot be restricted by racial discrimination. This case not only changed the lives of countless couples, but also set an essential legal precedent for later struggles for marriage equality. Loving v. Virginia remains a powerful symbol of love triumphing over prejudice and the nation's ongoing commitment to equal rights. Title IX of the Education Amendments was a groundbreaking law requiring gender equity in all educational programs and activities receiving federal funding. By mandating equal opportunities, especially in athletics, Title IX opened new doors for women and girls in schools and colleges nationwide. This legislation transformed classrooms and playing fields, fostering new generations of female leaders and athletes. Its influence continues to be felt in the ongoing push for gender equality in education and beyond. The Supreme Court's decision in Obergefell v. Hodges represented a watershed moment for LGBTQ+ rights in America by legalizing same-sex marriage nationwide. The ruling affirmed that love and commitment deserve equal recognition under the law, regardless of gender. This victory not only transformed the legal landscape, but also shifted public attitudes and sparked celebration across the country. Obergefell v. Hodges remains a powerful symbol of progress, dignity, and the continuing pursuit of equality for all Americans.